I'm hanging my dreams on a chain link fence, making $1 out of 15 cents. The brushstroke follows the flow of the crowd, bold and quiet, humble and proud. I study the changes in a cellar bar, looking for the math in a falling star. Street smarts tell me where the light is best. I give the weary spirit a place to rest. It's a fusion of the grit and the gold leaf reed, providing a momentary and a sweet relief. I'm the sidewalk curator of the urban dream. Everything is more than it would ever seem. Mixing the charcoal with the diesel fumes, where the flower of the innovation blooms. From the basement tape to the marble hall, the writing is clear on the city wall. The rhythm is syncopated, the colors are wild, a sophisticated soul in the city child, decoding the static and the neon blur, making the stagnant water begin to stir. The street rhythm, complete art.
Tangled in the wires of the internet, a celebration that I haven't met. The screen is a window with a bar, wishing on a pixelated star. I'm cutting the cable with a mental shear, chasing away the ghost of every fear. The data stream is a heavy flood, polluting the rhythm of the red blood. I want the silence, I want the dark, igniting the revolutionary spark. Neon scissors, snip the light, win the electric and the silent fight. Cut the connection, find the breath, cheating the tragedy and cheating death. Unplug the city, plug in the heart, never letting the fragmented spirit part. I am the darkness, I am the void, the only luxury I have enjoyed. The hologram is flickering out, removing the flicker of a lingering doubt. I see the code running down the wall, answering the high and the distant call. I strip the plastic from the bone, knowing that I'm never truly left alone. The algorithm is a cage of math, I'm walking a crooked and a human path. Resolution fading to a black screen, the cleanest energy I've ever seen. Neon scissors, snip a light, win the electric and the silent fight. Cut the connection, find the breath, cheating the tragedy and cheating death. the city, plug in the heart, never living the fragmented spirit part. I am the darkness, I am the void, the only luxury I have enjoyed. Black out the grid, light the fire, burning the system and the wire. The night is mine, cut dark, real spark, real spark, in for spark. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Sparks fly, wires frayed, power down. I'm running a diagnostic on the damage done, calculating the setting of the setting sun. The motherboard is fried and the screen is blue. Every single algorithm points to you. I'm trying to override the feeling of the loss, but I underestimated the heavy cost. The cooling fans are broken and the core is high, giving it the only energy I've got. I'm leaking data on the kitchen floor, unable to process anymore. System failure in the center of the chest, failing the simple and the emotional test. It's a fusion breakdown of the code and the wire, consumed by the heat of the memory fire. I need a technician for the human soul to take back the remote and the lead control. But the manual is missing and the parts are rare, leaving me stranded in the open air. The connection is severed, the link is dead, voices echoing inside the metal head. I'm a robot learning how to feel the pain, short-circuiting in the sudden rain. The logic gates are closed and the rusted latch is something that I cannot seem to catch. Reboot, error, file, corrupt, try again. System failure in the center of the chest, failing the simple and the emotional test. It's a fusion breakdown of the code and the wire, consumed by the heat of the memory fire. I need a technician for the human soul to take back the remote and the lead control. But the manual is missing and the parts are rare, leaving me stranded in the open air. Crash.
The engine is humming a low baritone note. I'm buttoning the collar of a cashmere coat. The leather is vintage and the dashboard is wood. Everything is exactly as I knew it would. I'm driving through the canyon with the top down low, watching the city lights begin to softly go. The power is instant, the handling is tight, carving through the curves of the opulent night. I got the keys to the castle and the keys to the ride, but nowhere for the success to run or hide. The wind is a whisper, the music is a fuse, playing the rhythm of the millionaire blues. Oh, titanium and silk, a fusion of the strength, measuring the life by the quality and length. I'm right up in the texture of the finest design, crossing the border of the yours and mine. It's a tactile pleasure, a sensory feast, taming the beauty of the mechanical beast. I've got everything I wanted and a little bit more, accelerating fast on the ocean shore.
Speed, comfort, sky race, winning up, race. Race.
The garage is a gallery of chrome and of steel, reflecting the reality of how I really feel. I choose the machine that matches the mood, far away from the crude and the rude. The tires are sticky, the brakes are ceramic gold, a story of a victory that's bravely told. Titanium and silk, a fusion of the strength, measuring the life by the quality and length. I'm wrapped in the texture of the finest design, crossing the border of the yours and the mine. It's a tactile pleasure, a sensory feast, taming the beauty of the mechanical beast. I've got everything I wanted and a little bit more, accelerating fast on the ocean shore.
Drive on smooth road.
dusty mirror showing someone new. Faded shadows of the me and you. I used to count the minutes like a dead, drowning in the salt of my regret. But the seasons turn without a sound, lifting my heavy spirit off the ground. The cracks are filling up with liquid gold, a different story starting to unfold. I found my rhythm in the quiet rain, washing away the logic of the pain. Hourglass rhythm, slow and deep, promises that the lonely spirit keeps. Time is a healer, time is a flow, watching the internal power grow. One brain at a time, I'm finding my way, leaving the ghost of every yesterday. I'm mending the pieces, I'm building the light, winning the silent and the holy fight. The coffee steaming in the early haze, healing the wreckage of the empty days. I don't check the phone for a phantom ring, listening to the song the silence sings. My heart beats steady in a major key, the softest version of you used to be. I reclaim the colors of my own design. Everything is golden and everything is fine. Calendar is moving but I'm standing still, bending a heel into my private will. Hourglass rhythm, slow and deep, promises that the lonely spirit keeps. Time is a healer, time is a flow, watching the internal power grow. One grain at a time, I'm finding my way, leaving the ghost of every yesterday. I'm mending the pieces, I'm building a light, winning the silent and the holy fight. Inhale the future, exhale the past. I found a piece that is built to last. The clock is my friend. Stay glow. Stay glow. Soft glow on the edges of a white sheet, resting the tired and the traveling feet, tucked in the blankets of a quiet life, beyond the reach of the sorrow and the strife. I hear the whisper of a lullaby underneath the vast and the azure sky. Gravity is failing as I rise, lightning reflected in the open eyes. The clock is ticking but the hands are still, bending time to fit my private will. Oh, leaning lineage soft and deep, promises that the weary lovers keep. Time is a comfort, time is a soul, taking back the absolute and total control. No more pressure, no more noise, finding the balance and the inner poise. Soft light, soft heart, soft skin, letting the healing of the soul begin. The shadows are long and the shadows are deep, secrets at the morning and the pillows keep. I'm tracing circles on my own open palm, finding the center of the steady calm. The scars are fading in the silver light, when in the physical and silent fight, we are the anchors in a stormy sea, lost in the beauty of the you and me. Every touch is a promise I choose to keep, while the rest of the city is fast asleep. Lineage soft and peak, promises that the weary lovers keep. Time is a comfort, time is a soul, taking back the absolute and total control. No more pressure, no more noise, finding the balance and the inner pose. Soft light, soft heart, soft skin, letting the healing of the soul begin. Exhale the past. I found a peace that is built to last. The air is alive. Oh, 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 true. Home, hope and night fruit. High arches echoing hollow craft, finding the magic in the everywhere. I spend my life within the labyrinth of ice, paying every heavy and a bitter price. But the quartz is glowing in the morning sun. The real living has only just begun. I found a sanctuary in the cedar wood, feeling exactly as a human should. The dust is dancing in a silver beam, living the logic of a velvet dream. Quartz sanctuary, grand and quiet wide, nowhere for the weary soul to hide. Time is like a temple built of light and bone, building a kingdom on a steady stone. Let the seconds wash the logic from the brain, lifting the heavy shadow of the rain. And always loud and always soft and always free. This is the only and the true reality. No more noise, finding a balance and the inner poise. I'm a masterpiece in a silver frame today, washing the original and the sin away. Resolution rising to a higher peak, finding the answer that I didn't see. Quartz sanctuary, grand and quiet wide, nowhere for the weary soul to hide. Time is like a temple built of light and bone, building a kingdom on a steady stone. Let the seconds wash the logic from the brain, lifting the heavy shadow of the rain. Always loud and always soft and always free. This is the only and the true reality. I tell my friends I'm coming out at 10 to meet the spirits of the women and the men. I say the four walls are a prison cell.
a beautiful and a structural hell. But the carpet is a forest for my feet, resting from the rhythm of the city street. I'm a survivor in the urban sprawl, answering the high and the distant call. I hate the quiet, it's a heavy weight, choosing the electric and the lucky fate. Ooh, velvet friction rubbing on mine, leaving the reality and the past behind. I'm addicted to the motion and the heat, while staying off the asphalt and the street. It's a lie I love, the truth I cannot stand. The luckiest woman in the barren land. Give me the bass, give me the strobe light, while I'm drowning in the middle of the night. The shadows dance upon the hallway door. I don't wanna be a citizen anymore. I say I'm missing out on every dream, flowing like a silver in a steady stream. But I'm the architect of my own space, finding the mercy in the auto place. I need the connection, I need the bond, while watching ripples in a stagnant pond. I'm a masterpiece in a silver frame, giving myself a brand new name. Velvet friction rubbing on mine, leaving the reality and the past behind. I'm addicted to the motion and the heat, while staying off the asphalt and the street. It's a lie I love, the truth I cannot stand. The luckiest woman in the barren land. Give me the bass, give me the strobe light, while I'm drowning in the middle of the night. Close the curtains, lock the iron gate, everything can simply and surely wait. The quiet is a drug.
The engine hums a low frequency through the rusted floorboards, while the atlas stretches its dusty limbs across my lap. We left a porch light burning for a ghost that never shows, tracing asphalt veins toward a horizon that refuses to snap. The sky is the color of a bruised plum fading into gray. Pack the silence in a cardboard box beneath the sea. I can feel the gravity of the driveway slipping far away, where the ghosts of habit and the gravel finally meet. There is a strange comfort in the smell of stale gasoline, and the way the wind whistles through a hairline crack in the pane. The map is just a collection of names I have never seen, washing clean the fingerprints of a life lived in the rain. We are crossing the border of what we knew and what we feared. The rearview mirror holds a shrinking portrait of the past. Every mile is a heavy curtain rising on a new frontier, built on a foundation that was never meant to last. Into the blur where the mountains touch the violet steam, following the flicker of a lantern in the thick of the unknown, moving through the shadows of a half-remembered dream, to to find a kingdom that the wandering heart can call its own. The road is a ribbon of soap winding through the trees. Nothing is solid and nothing is quite what it seems. We are drifting like feathers on a subterranean breeze, lost in the soft collision of our wild and hazy schemes. The diner sign is flickering a broken coat against the night. Survey bitter coffee to the drifters and the dazed. The waitress has eyes like a hawk caught in a sudden light, watching as the familiar landmarks are slowly erased. I bought a postcard, but I found I had nothing left to say. The ink stayed dry while the world outside turned to mist. Yesterday is a heavy coat that I have thrown away, searching for a season that the calendars have missed. The wheels are chanting a prayer to the open space. The clouds are heavy with the secrets of the sun. I am looking for the reflection of a different race. Now that dawn unraveling has finally begun, into the blur where the mountains touch the violet steam, following the flicker of a lantern in the thick of the unknown, moving through the shadows of a half-remembered dream, to find a kingdom that the wandering heart can call its own. The road is a ribbon of smoke winding through the trees. Nothing is solid and nothing is quite what it seems. We are drifting like feathers on a subterranean breeze, lost in the soft collision of our wild and hazy schemes. Nothing is solid and nothing is quite what it seems.
Under the moon's soft glow, we find our way. Whisper secrets in the night, a tender play, stars above, like diamonds in the sky. Our hearts beat as one under this tranquil sky. Midnight serenade, a melody so sweet. Promises whisper under the womb's soft light, warm embrace in the quiet of the night. Midnight serenade, a love that's just right. Soft shadows dance as we sway and glide, hands entwined in this gentle tide. Beneath the stars, our love takes flight. Midnight serenade, a moment to ignite. Midnight serenade, a moment to ignite. Midnight serenade, a love so pure. In the still of night, our hearts endure. Warmth in your arms under the moon's allure. Midnight serenade, a love that's secure. In the hush of night, our spirits intertwine. A tender touch, a shared hard line. Promises made in the quiet of the dark. Midnight serenade, a bond that's hard. Midnight serenade, a promise to keep. In the still of night, our love will never sleep. Warmth in your arms under the moon's soft sheen. Midnight serenade, a love that's meant to be. Midnight serenade, a love that's true. In the quiet of the night, our hearts renew. Warmth in your arms under the starry blue. Midnight serenade, a love that's new and new.
In this rain-soaked night, I sit inside. Memories float like droplets on a leaf so high. The sax whispers tales of love and loss under the soft glow of the club's warm glass. Gentle piano notes dance with my heartache. Soft cymbal taps, they keep the rhythm awake. Every tune, a story, every note a friend. In this cozy jazz club, we're just one blend. Rainy night blues, they play in the air. Memories and melodies, they intertwine everywhere. Saxon solitaire under the soft light, we find our way. Rainy night blues, they bring us back to moments past when love was not too far. Sax and piano, they hold our hands. In this cozy club, we find our land. Every drop of rain, a memory clear. In this jazz club, we share our fears. Sax and piano, they comfort our soul. In this cozy place, me find our goal. Rainy night blues, they echo loud. In every corner, they bring us around. Sax and piano, they guide our way. In this cozy jazz club, we find our day. Rainy night blues, they never fade. Memories and melodies, they always parade. Sax and piano, they keep us close. In this cozy jazz club, we find our role. Crystalline whispers in the marrow bone, building a kingdom on a steady stone. I was a statue in the garden of land, until the words that the silence say.
You carved a window in my heavy chest, putting the resilience to the test. I see the gears of the spirit tone, watching the midnight oil slowly gush.
Every second is a grain of the white gold, the biggest story that was ever told. Quartz anatomy, transparent and new. Everything is fresh and everything is true. I am rising from the ashes of the old, a different story starting to unfold. Direct love, a surgery of the soul, making the fragmented pieces whole. Languid devotion in a velvet room, lifting the shadow of the heavy gloom. The piano is raining on a cedar shelf, seeing the pieces of my better self. No more jagged edges in the morning haze, healing the wreckage of the empty day.
The tea is steaming in a rhythmic stream, living the logic of a velvet dream. We are the conductors of the holy sound, vibrating the deep and the solid ground.
Bending the pride to fit the common will. The city is moving, but the part is still. Quartz anatomy transparent and new. Everything is fresh and everything is true. I am rising from the ashes of the old. A different story starting to unfold. Direct love, a surgery of the soul, making the fragment to pieces whole. Languid devotion in a velvet room, lifting the shadow of the heavy gloom. Inhale the oxygen, exhale the gray, washing the residue of yesterday. Oh, the structure is life.